Hello, welcome back. I am Laura. I just got a super exciting package from Indigo that I am so excited about. This is a little hint, but it will also be in the title, so I don't know why I'm giving you a hint. Right, here we go. Just arrived, the Wild Unknown Alchemy. I am so excited about this. The second it was announced, even before there was a cover or anything like that, I was like, I have to get it. Because I love Kim Krans stuff. I love her. I only actually just recently got the pocket tarot of the Wild Unknown. I had never actually had the bigger Wild Unknown. I think I will eventually get it. But now I'm trying to hunt for a version with the black and white Justice card, because I'm like, I have the colored one. Now I want the old version with the black and white version. But her spirit, her animal spirit and her archetypes are two of my favorite decks that I just work with so well. So it was very much one of those well, I have to get it. I have to complete the set and I have to get the alchemy because I know it's going to be amazing. I know that her decks are not something that everybody loves, but I do. I do love them. And once, I feel like there's also this thing of they do take some getting used to, and they also sort of have their own system, especially the archetypes one, and I'm sure this one as well. It's sort of if you just try to use it like an oracle or like a tarot, you're kind of going to be like, I don't understand what's happening, I don't get it. But if you actually take the time to read it and dive into it and really work with the spreads and work with the guidebook and work with the cards, then you will really understand it and you'll be like, oh my god, this is brilliant. But I feel like some people are just oh, I just want to use it however, but you need to give it a little bit more time, a little bit more love, a little bit more care, and it will really speak to you, or at least that's been my experience. So let's dive into the walkthrough, unboxing, and first impressions, because this is the first time I'm seeing it, of the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck and guidebook. This comes out, I believe, on July 5th. I don't know, whatever that first July is, that first Tuesday, I think. But mine was sent to me early. I don't know, they just sent it early. So we're diving into it now. This is the back. It does come in this beautiful keepsake box, and I do have my other ones in their keepsakes. This one's just out right now because I was using it, but I do keep them in their boxes. Anyways, let's dive into it and let's go. Okay, it's also just really pretty. Okay. From lead to gold, the secret sealed, patience more will be revealed. Oh, I love it. Okay. Ooh. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my god. Okay. So we have a guidebook. It's very similar to the Archetypes guidebook, just in formatting. It's got, this is what the inside looks like, the back. Whew. Okay, yeah, so see, this is where I'm talking about, you have to, read it, or at least in my opinion, it's almost you do have to, go through it all. Hold on, I'm just getting text messages, so. Okay, it is almost you do have to, go through it and, read it, because she does have, yeah, so just looking at the contents here, so we have, when the student is ready, the teacher disappears. The hive of influence, alchemical terms, practices, types of alchemists, understanding the deck and using the deck. And then we go into the 11 cosmic forces, the 4 colors, the 4 seasons, the 22 materials, the 22 mysteries, and the 8 operations. So this is so exciting. So yeah, there are 71 cards. I'm just so, yeah, this is where I'm talking, you're gonna, I feel this is something you have to read through to really dive into the deck and really understand it, and understand how to work with it. So the student is ready when the teacher appears. The story of alchemy begins. The mysterious and alchemical path of the artist would guide my way from that point onward. All right, I'm not going to read all of this on camera. I will let you get your own deck and read it all yourself. But, okay. The alchemist always asks, what can be observed in this moment? What are the elements telling us? And in this instant, I know the answer. I love that. Okay. So that's just a little background on her and the deck and how it came to be, it looks like. Then we have the Hive of Influence, alchemical texts. Ooh, so these are book recommendations that you can read to learn more about alchemy. So we have Psychology and Alchemy by Carl Jung. We have Cosmos and Psyche by Richard Tarnas. We have Alchemical Psychology by James Hillman. Voices of Our Ancestors by Diane Yahoo. Yeah, I'm not sure how to say that, but Water of Spirit. Yeah, so there's all different. The Tempest by William Shakespeare. But yeah, so if you want to learn more, you can read other books here. Then Alchemical Teachers and Fellow Practitioners, Alchemical Laborers, The Origin of Alchemy. So now we have all The Origin of Alchemy to read through. Again, I'm not going to dive into all of this. If you guys do want like a deep dive into this deck as I go through my own learnings, but this is just my first impression walkthrough, so we're just going to do a sort of overview of it all. Alchemical terms, alchemy. Alchemy is the merging of the physical and the mystical, the alchemist, the work, the laboratory, the starting point, the goal. Alchemical practices, alchemy specialty is diversity. The work will look different and regulate particular tools and processes for each practitioner. Okay, so alchemy is the study of fire. Alchemy as the study of metaphor. Alchemy as the study of life force, of time. Oh, I'm just going to devour this book when I actually like sit and go through it all. Of duality, of relationships. Okay, the types of alchemists, the awakening alchemist, the secret alchemist, the shadow alchemist, and the future alchemist. Ooh, I just got chills. Okay, so here we go through all of that. Understanding the deck. With 71 cards in total, the alchemy deck asks us to step into the large With 71 cards in total, why do I keep calling it alchemical? Understanding the deck. With 71 cards in total, the alchemy deck asks us to step into the large cosmological narrative. We open our query to the wisdom of the planets as well as the elements and the metals. To assist our pursuit, the cards have been divided into 6 sections, each responsible for conveying a particular message within a reading. The 11 cosmic forces and 4 colors, the 4 seasons, the 22 materials, the 22 mysteries, and the 8 operations. And then it gives you a deeper meaning of what each of those are. Alright. The alchemical operations. Okay. Alright, using the deck. As is the case with all of the wild unknown decks, the alchemy deck can be used as an educational tool, as a source of inspiration, creativity, or as an oracle deck in readings. There is no right or wrong way to use the card, as they are doorways leading you deeper into the work. Though these cards can certainly be used in combination with other decks, the hex-shaped cards lead themselves to interlocking formations unique to this deck. During readings, take note of how the edges of the hexes come in contact with each other. Is water touching fire, or is winter touching glass? Alchemy is about relationships and responses, and paying close attention to the cards that touch will add deeper meaning to your readings. Before you begin the study of alchemy, the climate, the images, the underdog, the colors, the essence. So then we have a single card reading. So there's phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Then we have the Less is More, a 2-card reading. We have the Trira Prima, 3-card reading. The Doors of Wisdom, a 4-card reading. The Alchemical Union, a 5-card reading. The Rose That Gives the Bees Honey. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is so cool. A 7-card reading. As Above, So Below, 7-card reading. Card rotations. Okay, final thoughts. And then we go into the guidebook. So this section here is all the cards. Like what word was I trying to say there? So yeah, so they all have the Roman numeral at the top. Then we have the I'm gonna say some of these wrong, but the Rosa Aureum. Yeah. The golden rose, so we have the different meanings. The secret, the altar, the gem. And then it gives you the description, the deeper, to ponder, and little messages here. So this guidebook is very, very much the same, or not the same guidebook, but the same layout as the Wild Unknown archetypes, which is really cool. Just the way that the guidebook looks. All right, so we will set that off to the side now that we've sort of gone through that. Is there anything that I missed? Yeah, we just have the card meanings, and then at the very end, yeah. All right, so that is the lovely guidebook that I'm going to read more deeply. This is super pretty cute. So we've got our little ribbon, we've got our little package, and they come, hold on, let me just pull the whole thing out. They come in a hexagon shaped box, which I just think is the cutest thing ever. And that looks like that. You got your little ribbon. Tuck my little keepsakes away. All right, so here we go, diving into the deck. Wild Unknown Alchemy. I don't know why I'm like, I know why I'm excited, because like I'm like super excited, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm like opening all the secrets of the universe here. Like I'm just like, okay. That's the inside there. All right, and again we've got the beautiful ribbon inside the box there. All right, so they are a hexagon shape, which is kind of weird in my opinion, but it's okay. I think I will get used to them. They're also, hold on, okay, they're the same. Okay, I always think of these as thicker, the animal cards, but they're actually not as thick as I thought they were. So they are the same width. Ooh, and that's what the back looks like. Are all the backs the same, or are they different? Yeah, they're all the same. So all the backs look like that. Okay. I thought it was a rose petal, but then like I looked at it through like my viewfinder and I was like, that's a person. But I'm like, no, I think it's just a rose petal. All right. Let's go through them. So we have number 1, the sun. Number 2, the moon. And we also have the, I'm assuming the Latin translation of it as well. I'm just going to read the English. Mercury, we've also got the symbols. Venus. And we have more than just the Venus symbol. So I'm going to look up, hopefully the guidebook covers like what the alchemy, oh. I'm just going to pause here for a second because I think she did. Okay, I have to dive deeper into this as I figure it out, but from what I can tell right now, there isn't anything in this guidebook that explains what these symbols are, and I'm kind of disappointed. But it might just be that I haven't found them yet, because I swear when I was flipping through, there was something that said something about symbols, and now I'm just not able to find it. But instead of taking up all the time doing this, I will do a deeper dive later. But I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'll have to look through this a little bit deeper later because yeah, I'm not finding anywhere that explains what these symbols are, but I may just have to like Google alchemical symbols and see what comes up, because I do, I'm curious. I'm like, so what are these? Because I do think that they actually do have meanings. I don't just think that those are her doodles, but I could also be completely wrong. So I will do that in my own research, but just in case you were wondering, I don't know. I'm not finding them in the book. All right. That is Venus. All right. Then we have Mars. And we have Jupiter. And we have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, darkening, lightning, yellowing, reddening, winter, spring, summer, autumn, lead. They're very slippery. They're like very, even though like a matte, they're very slidey in the shape somehow. Tin, iron, copper, quicksilver, silver, gold, antimony, wise salt, sulfur, glass, sugar, smoke, ash, vinegar, oil of vitriol, breathe, or breath, blood, resin. Now this card has a little bit, there we go. It just had some of, I guess when it was getting cut, there was some glue there. So we have resin. That's so funny. It's the resin card and it had glue. That's just funny. Okay, fog. I really like this fog card. Virgin's milk. Sap of the moon plant. The void. I love the void. The uncreated. Love that as well. The new pearl. The great serpent. Sparks of light. Raven's head. The despicable face. The drowned king. Mystical sister. Chaos. Ugh. I don't know why, but I just like love this card with like the spider web, but it also could potentially be water with like the people walking and the trees, and I just like this one. Earth's heart. Sun splendor. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. The blue temple. The peacock's tail. Against nature. Benevolent guide, little bee. The golden rose. The red and white rose. Makes me think of Snow White. These two are stuck together. There we go. Alchemical wedding. Funny that they were stuck together. The great work. The androgen. Synchronicity. Calcification, dissolution, coagulation, sublimation, mortification, rotation, separation, and conjunction. Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I kind of want to edge these in black. I just think that they would look really cool edged in black. Yeah, I think that that would just look really cool if they were edged in black. Okay. Now the test of how... this is the one thing I'm gonna say is that like because they're gonna annoy me because they don't like stand flat, like they stand sort of on like their side, if that makes sense, like when they're alright, kind of work that way, but yeah, they're gonna be all over facing the wrong way. Okay, they do shuffle overhand. They are a little tricky. I also just realized that I wonder if there's a spread. In the Wild Unknown archetypes, there's a spread where you actually like separate it into each category, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be super annoyed if I just shuffled these and there's a spread that you're supposed to separate them into different categories. So yeah, these, they're not the greatest to shuffle, but you can get the job done. They're just very messy, and you just sort of have to hold and play. And yeah, they're going to be all facing different directions. And let's see how this goes. I don't think you can do it like this. You know what? It's not perfect, but it's not as horrible as I thought it would be. And it's also not as awful. That's actually not too bad. Like, that's not too bad. I mean, that beginning part sucked, but that's not too bad. And it's somehow they're slightly easier to riffle shuffle than the round ones were. I had a really hard time like doing like this with the round ones. This isn't actually doing too bad. You just have to be patient. I'm working on being patient. It's one of the things I'm currently optimizing. That did not work that time. That did not work that time at all. Okay, I think I lost it. Or they're just telling me that they're done being shuffled. Okay. There we go. We'll just call that a day. All right. Actually, they're not too bad. They're not too, they're just like slightly, like they're not too bad mixed up, if that makes sense. Okay. Alrighty, the uncreated. I love them. I'm very happy with them. I want to dive deeper into them. Like this just, yeah, this just, I'm excited. I want to look at a spread. If you've stuck around this long and you want to see a spread, let me know in the comments below, because I'm going to do it. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Using the deck. Okay, so I don't want to do like a super simple one. I want to do something that's like... Okay, so I just found this too. As I was flipping through, it was like final thoughts. And it said, you do not need to be an expert in alchemy, nor do you need to know about metals, symbols, astrology, or Latin. The magic of alchemy is that the processes and stages are happening in nature and therefore in us at all times. The alchemists happen to put names and symbols to them, hoping to make sense of the chaos within the laboratory. That said, you are already familiar with the feelings of separation, separato, as well as any chemist or astrologer. The human heart recognizes separato and all of the other processes and operations described in these pages. The deepest alchemical operation is one that awakens our knowing heart, one that reunites us with what has been dormant. Let your study of alchemy be soft and deep, steady and kind. Return to it again and again, and it will bear fruit. Your alchemical garden grows with care and attention. Even in the darkest of night, the roses hold their color. The scent deepens under the moon. Don't give up. There's something here for you. Start where you are. Start with curiosity. Trust the imagination. With it, you will have the great success. With it, you are the divine alchemist. The world needs you more. The world needs you. More will be revealed. I just really, really like that, because I was sort of like, oh, I don't know what these symbols are, and I don't know this, but it's like you get to figure it out as you go. And if you want to deepen that knowledge, she did have those resources at the front of the book to read. Now, I was going to do like one of these like really long ones, because I was like, these look really cool, but I'm like, this will take forever to go through on camera, a 7-card pull. So I'm going to save those for when I'm doing them by myself. This is also like a love or relationship reading between one or more people, so I'm not going to do that one on the call. I think I might do this 4-1. Hold on. Do we want to do... No, I don't want to do a single, and I don't want to do a 2. So what's this one? Okay, I'm torn between doing the Doors of Wisdom, a 4-card reading, or doing the Tria Prima, the 3-card reading. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do the 3-card. That's what feels right to me. Okay. All right. So, the Tria Prima, I hope I'm saying that right, the 3-card reading. In mythological tales from east to west, there's a particular magic summoned when things arrive in sets of 3. Use the spread to find the mythological story of the situation. In alchemy, it is referred to as the Tria Prima, or the 3 primes. So you have your 1, your 2, your 3, so like card 1, card 2, card 3. So the Unas, the first goddess, indicates the creative qualities of the situation. This card could also point to the origin or cause. I'm going to do this as a way of introducing me to the deck and getting to know how this deck would like to be worked with me. So if you're still watching this, this could also be how, if you end up buying this deck, how this deck wants to work with you, because I'm putting out the intention that whoever watches this, it also resonates with them. So let me know if it resonates down below. But yeah, so the first card will be the first goddess and indicates the creative qualities of a situation, and this card could also point to the origin or the cause. So let's get our first card. Just one card, please. All right. Was that on the bottom? I don't remember. I think so. I think that was just on the bottom. That's okay. That was obviously the card. All right, so we have synchronicity. The Unos Mundos. Oh, that's so funny. Can we just say this is the, the Unas or the Anas or however you say it. And this is literally like the same. Like that's literally like the card that came forward. So I think that that's perfect. This goes down over here. Okay. And then we have the duo. The second goddess indicates the destructive qualities of his situation. And this card could also point to what may prevent its demise. All right. Our second card, please. Okay, so then we have conjunction. Okay. So this is the second goddess, indicates the destructive qualities of the situation. This card could also point to what may prevent its demise, so conjunction. And Tres, the third and most dominant dynamic goddess of the trifecta, reigns over the situation and sustains its energy for the time being. Alright, let's take a look at card number 3. I feel like it's this guy, yeah, okay. Mystical Sister. Alright. So these are kind of cool how they fit together. Alright. It's actually the second deck that I've recently got that have hexagon cards. Alright. Okay, there we go. We've made it. We've done it. Alright. So, first card indicates the creative qualities of the situation. Could also point to origin and cause. So then this is the point to what destructive qualities of the situation and prevent its demise. And then this over here is what reigns over the situation, sustains its energy for the time being. So we have synchronicity. There we go. Synchronicity. Source, destiny, the miraculous message. The Unos Mundos is the presiding deity of alchemy. It arrives to remind us that we are not alone in our queries or our journey. What are we here to do? What pulls us forward? Unanswerable questions are timeless fuel for the flames of transformation. Mystics before us have uttered the same questions while tinkering in their laboratories. Do not underestimate the brave act of your attention to the details of your daily life, to the ecology of our world. What you notice matters. You matter. When this card arrives, sacred messages abound. Everything is a living symbol, a synchronicity. Its guidance is sent directly from the alchemists who have come before you to encourage you along the way, see the deeper meaning of what it is in front of you, and in this very moment, the new eye opens. Go deeper. Listen to Destiny by Chakra Khan to ponder the miracle of your conception. When Unos Mundos appears, something you cannot yet see is taking shape. It will soon emerge to support you. Trust, breathe, the miracle awaits. And then it also says, synchronicity is the way the world of mysteries claims our attention. Something is sure to stick out to you today. A word, an image, lyrics, a memory, take note. So this, in regards to the origin of the point, and how I'm going to be working with this deck, the way that this speaks to me is how it's going to deepen that knowledge. It's going to deeper that inner knowing. It's going to bring more awarenesses as synchronicities continue to appear. There's a lot of synchronicities in my life already. I feel like anybody who like reads cards or has these interests has those synchronicities, has those moments of like, that's a sign, that's a sign, that's a sign. And I do feel like working with this deck and the message that this is saying is just the more I work with the deck, the more I will understand and make sense of those synchronicities and those messages or those signs, which is really, really cool. All right, this indicates the destructive qualities of the situation. It could also point to what may prevent its demise. So we are looking at conjunction. There we go. Oh, so this is interesting. So this is love, divine union, and infinity. Conjunctio is the great alchemical operation of love. During this stage, we witness the miraculous work of two opposites merging to create a unique third form. Sun and moon unite to reveal the entire cosmos. Black and white unite to reveal the spectrum of color. Unlike conjunctio, can't say these words, represents a conscious and benevolent union, one that springs forth from awareness, acceptance, and devotion. It is not a compromise, but rather an activation, a holding of tension and presence that allows each of the entities to thrive and express themselves. Experience conjunctio is one of the blessings of the human experience. Whether the bond is with human nature or divinity, recognize it by the stirring of your heart and an element of surprise. Through the opposites arises the infinite. Okay, this definitely, to me, speaks of working in partnership and working in teams and having that sense of community and bringing people together and, creating that union, creating that love, creating that infinity, and having that, like, positive effect on the world rather than just, like, I'm doing this for me. It's like, no, I'm doing this for, like, those awarenesses that we will be bringing through will also be then gifted to others to spread that awareness. So it's like you're not just keeping it a secret, like you're sharing that knowledge and that wisdom with others. So that's just the message I'm getting from this so far, but that's how I'm reading it. Okay, and then Tres, I don't know, the third, the most dominant dynamic goddess of the trifecta, reigns over the situation, sustains its energy for the time being. And then in that, here we are, 50. Is that 50? Is L 50? Yeah, 50. L is 50. Roman numerals. I was suddenly second guessing myself. Okay. Sorrow Mystica, mystical sister, sacred ally, anima, outreach. Just when you thought you could traverse the alchemical path by yourself, Sorrow Mystica appears. This card indicates a dear friend or sacred ally hold you in their heart at this very moment. With their support, you are able to do what you cannot do yourself. Between you exists the alchemical pact based on the ingredients of respect, honesty, and unconditional love. It's as if you've known each other for many lifetimes, and you may have shared an experience from which you are always bonded. This archetype may come in any gender, age, or form. One distinct characteristic of Sorrow Majestica is that they practice the art of witnessing and listening. They have no need to judge, fix, or give advice. Presence is enough. When this card appears, tend to the flame of friendship. Be a mystical sister to another. Oh, I love that. And that's so cool because that really matches up with over here where it was like the teamwork and like the bringing it together and that union. And then it's like, hey, here's the person that's coming in. So that's really cool. Okay. Cool. All right. Let me know how that resonated with you, if that made sense to you, what you would add to it, what your own interpretation of it was. This is super, super fun. I'm just going to keep these here for a minute because I want to see how all of these decks look together. And just sort of like dragonfly. Oh, we do have three. We've got the elephant. Then we've got the cobra. And of course they look, they just look so good together. All right, and then I'm just playing right now. This isn't actually like an actual spread. This is just me having some fun and seeing how the cards look together. But since they are sort of like a complete collection or like a complete set now, we've got the little minis. They're so cute. You know what? I'm also super happy because like this mini set now just like it works so easily. Like I'm just like, it works. Look how tiny it is, but it fits. Like I can just like tuck it at the bottom here. Hold on, you can't see that. I need to make some space. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Let's do this over here, this over here, this over here. You know what? We'll just bring you up here, you up here, and you up here, just because that's sort of all that's the space that we're fitting in here. And then, right. And then we also have the siren over here, and the creator over here, and the mountain. We'll just stick down here. Okay, so first up, they just look cool together, okay? They look really good together. Like, they all just sort of, I obviously don't have enough space on my desk here for you guys to see it, but this is cool. Like, this is really, really cool. And yeah, you could definitely go into like, okay, so this is like the alchemical. This is like the shifts of energy that's happening here. Here's the archetypes that I'm going through. Here are like my animal allies or like my animal assistants or just like lessons from animals. Then you could also pull in your tarot energies here. So this would be like the High Priestess. You'd have like the Son of Wands. The Eight of Wands. I don't know why I'm freezing. The Eight of Wands, Son of Wands, High Priestess, Cobra, Elephant. This is really, really cool. Like, I'm like, this is, I don't know. They just look really cool to me. So that is how they all go. Obviously, these are the archetype cards if you've never seen them before. I love them, the creator, the mountain, and the siren. And you could always just sort of like layer them on top of each other if you were trying to save space. What else, what else, what else? These are the animal spirit, or spirit animal. Is it animal spirit or spirit animal? Animal spirit. And then of course we've got the alchemy cards, and then we've got the tarot cards. Now there is another deck that I just recently got that I think might look really cool with these, so I will be right back. Okay, so this may or may not, I just had the idea while I was going through this and I was like, I think it'll look really cool. So this is the Become an Oracle, and I just think that it would be really, really cool. Just somehow in my head they would match together. I don't know, I just feel like they kind of, you know what, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm like, here we have Thoth, here we have, yeah, okay. I like it. Yeah, okay, I think I will partner these guys together. Because we also have planets in here, so we have Neptune, like, we have, like, I think this, okay, I like it. Like, I think those go, that looks cool. I think they work. I don't want to shuffle these yet, because I haven't done a walkthrough of them yet. I don't know if I'm going to do a walkthrough, but like I haven't done my own, like, some decks I do as walkthroughs and I'm like, cool, that's how we're gonna do it, and then other ones like want me to spend more time with them. This one wanted me to spend some more time with it privately, so I'm not shuffling it yet, but I feel like that somehow kind of like, I don't know, I feel like they sort of somehow it works together. I'm gonna use them together, I think. They're also new and I'm going to be working with them, so it works out that they work well together. Alright. Okay. That's everything. That is the cards. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts if you've stuck around through this entire thing. Thank you for sticking around through this entire thing. That was very, very long as I went through it for the first time. But I had a lot of fun going through it for the first time with you. I love them. I am excited to use them and see how they expand and see how they work together and really, really dive into the guidebook. Because like I said, Kim's guidebooks are always very, very, you just learn so much more when you're reading them, and it just adds to, like, they're the type of thing that I do feel like you can pull stuff from it. Like, you can pull stuff like intuitively from the cards as well, but they are sort of like, when you really dive into the guidebooks is when I do feel like you get those deep, deep meanings and like knowings and understandings. And I think this is cool how they kind of like fit together. I do have to shuffle these a little bit more, but they'll get shuffled eventually. Oh, there's a little like dot on my card, but that's okay. I still like them. Alright. Okay, that was it. Let me know, are you picking this up? Are you skipping it? Do you love everything that Kim Krans does? Are you not a huge fan? Are you kind of like, I don't get the hype? Or are you someone who does? Like, you love it and you adore it and you're like, oh my god, yes, give me everything that she does. Which is your favorite deck of hers? I'm also super, super curious. Like, which one's your favorite? Which one do you like the most? Let me know, and I will talk to you later. Bye!